Okay, we're streaming. Okay. Yes, it's on. Alright, guys. Oops. How do you full screen this? No, okay, we'll leave it like this. Alright. Oh no. Can I check if the streams? Oh, good. Okay. Nothing is just black, so I don't know what's going on. Can anyone see me? Okay, yeah. It's all good. Yeah, okay. So today we're going to be reading the terms of service and use agreement of Rogue Company, a good game. So yeah, I wanted to do a giveaway with it, but there was this website I wanted to do it with, but the website you can't do YouTube subscribers on it or something. But I don't know. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. So let's start this. 1. Terms of agreement. Important legal notice. Please read the following online terms of service and use agreement carefully. This online terms of service and use agreement. The agreement is between you and Hi-Res Studios. Hi-Res. If you do not agree with all the terms of service or terms of disagreement, you may not use the site as defined below. Access the service as defined below, create an account as defined below, or activate the software product as defined below. By using the site, accessing the service, creating an account, or activating the software product, you agree to be bound by this agreement. If you access... Okay, wait, let me get my mouse on this. If you access the service, create an account, or activate the software product, you represent warrant to Hi-Res that you have read this agreement, understand it, agree to it, and that you are at least 18 years old, 18 of age. Even if you are entering into the agreement on behalf of a authorized user who is at least 13 years of age. This agreement governs the relationship between Hi-Res and you and any foreignized user of your account with respect to your or such authorized users' use of the site of or Hi-Res online game which service may be used in connection with personal non-commercial play of the downloadable version of the applicable software game, the software product, and your use of the following website operated by Hi-Res and such other websites established by Hi-Res or its subsidiaries from time to time, and which reference this agreement. Collectively, the site http www.highres.com or http://www.highresstudios.com http://account.highresstudios.com http www.globalagendaalpha.com http://www.globalagendagame.com http. Oh man, this is actually okay. Okay, there's not that many of them. Alright, let me just get to the bit. I haven't gone into the agents bit. HTTP ://www.globalagenda.game. Yep. HTTP ://www.agentsvals.com. Okay, HTTP ://www.tribesuniverse.com. HTTP ://www.tribes. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. Alright, there are 2 viewers. Welcome to the stream. I am just reading this and it's really stupid. So yeah. But anyway, I'm just trying to read this. HTTP ://www.tribesascend.com. HTTP ://esports.smitegame.com. HTTP ://www.paladins.com. HTTP ://www. Wait, I missed something. Did I do the esports one? Okay, yeah, I did the esports one. We got HTTP ://www.paladinstrike.com. HTTP ://www.jetpackfighter.com. HTTP ://www.smitetactics.com. HTTP ://www.handsofthegods.com. HTTP ://www.gamevideoexpo.com. HTTP ://www.botsmasher.com. Okay. Yes, first page is almost done. Your use of the site, and any purchase and use of products and services, including without limitation, the software product, collectively products through the site or service is governed by this agreement, which supplements the global agenda and user license agreements, the Hi-Res Studios Inc. privacy policy, any applicable and additional site terms of use, and any software. Okay, first page done. Now 12 to go. Oh, you see that tiny stuff at the top? Yeah, I'm not reading that because that's not. They didn't intend for people to read that bit, I'm guessing. So okay, let's just screw it. Let me read it. Hi-Res Studios Online Terms of Service and Use, April 26, 2018. Product Rules of Conduct, all of which are incorporated into the agreement. If you download other software from the site or in connection with the service, your use of such software will also be governed by the applicable end-user agreement presented to you on downloaded or installation of such software. We reserve the right at any time to change the terms and conditions of this agreement, the end-user license agreement, the privacy policy, any applicable and additional site terms of use, and the software rules of conduct. Change the site, software product, other products, or the service, including without limitation, modifying, eliminating, or discounting any content or feature thereof, or change any fees or charges for the service. Any changes we make will be effective immediately upon notice, which we may provide by any means, including without limitation, posting on the service or site. We indicate at the top of the page when this agreement was last updated. Your continued use of the site, service, or any product following such changes will be deemed acceptance of such changes. Be sure to return to this page periodically to ensure familiarity with the most current version of the disagreement. Upon our request, you agree to sign a non-electronic version of this agreement. High-res reserves the right to deny in its sole discretion your access to your account, the service, or the site without notice for any or for no reason, including without limitation, for violation of this agreement. High-res may change, modify, suspend, or discontinue any aspect of the service or this site at any time. High-res may also impose limits on certain features or restrict your access to all or portions of the service or site without notice and liability. Okay. You have no interest, monetary or otherwise, in any feature or content contained in the service or site, or any product offered in connection with or through the service or site. Number 2. Okay, wait. Let's see how long this page is. Okay, we're almost done. Okay. Number 2. Description of service. High-res offers the software product as a massively multiplayer online fantasy role-playing game service, and also offers subscription-based services and fee-based additional features, including without limitations, name changes, and other features accessible through the service or site. Some of the content features and or service offered through the service or site are fee-based and have limited use based on time, elapsed hours, days, etc. as set forth any. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Something. Okay, what was that? Something was on my. Okay. I guess that was nothing. Sorry. Where was I? Some of the content features and or offered through the service or site are fee-based and have limited use based on time. Okay. High-res reserves the right to change the URL address of the site at any time. Free limited use license. If you successfully establish an account with High-res and lawfully purchase a license to use and activate the software product, High-res grants you a non-exclusive, revocable, non-transferable license to use the service solely for your own non-commercial entertainment purposes, and a non-exclusive, revocable, non-transferable license to use the software product in connection with authorized and fully paid account, and subject to your full compliance with the term and condition of this agreement. You may not use the service or software product of any other purpose or in connection with any other software or content. 4. License restrictions and limitations. If you are granted a limited personal use license in accordance with Section 3 above, such limited personal use license is subject to the following restrictions and limitations, as well as all other terms and conditions of this agreement. Collectively, the license limitations, you agree that you will not, under any circumstances, A. Sell, sublicense, assign, rent, lease, or sell your account or password, or otherwise authorize third persons to access your account or use your password. Okay, this is 10 to go, I'm guessing. Don't know, hopefully I'm right. I'm not reading that again. Okay, fine. High-res Studios online terms of service and use, April 26, 2018. B. Modify, translate, or create the river. Okay, yeah, I'm need to translate this, guys. I have never heard of that word before. I could have Googled search it, but Maybe
Derivative.
derivative. Okay, derivative. Okay, derivative works based on or utilizing the software, product, service, or site, or any portion thereof. C. Remove or tamper with any copyright or other property notice contained in or relating to the software, product, service, or site, or any portion thereof. Use cheats, or automation software, bots, hacks, mods, or any unauthorized third-party technology, software, tools, or content designed to modify the software, product, the service, or site. Exploit the software, product, the service, the site, or any portion thereof for any commercial purpose, including without limitations, are used at cyber cafe, computer gaming center, or any other location-based site without the express written consent of high-res, for gathering in-game currency, items, or resources for sale outside the software, product, service, or site. Or C. Performing in-game service in exchange for payment outside the software, product, service, or site. Power leveling and similar activities. Use any unauthorized third-party software that encrypts, mines, or otherwise collects information from within or through the software, product, service, or site, including, without limitation, any software that reads areas of RAM used by the software, product, service, or site to store information about a character, in-game item, or the software, product, service, or site environment provided. However, the high-res may in its sole discretion allow the use of specified third-party user interfaces. Wait, allow the use of specified third-party user interfaces. So you can make your own UIs, I'm not sure. Okay, alright, I'm not sure, I'm just reading all this. So yeah, just making weird sounds now. Okay, wait, let me check how my stream's doing. Okay, let's see how many of you guys are watching it. At the moment, I have 5 minutes of watch time. 2 concurrent viewers, 1 like. Okay, alright, let's go back to this. Okay, what did I... Okay, who's provide or develop matchmaking service for the software, product... Wait. Modify or allow or cause to be modified any files that are part of the software, product, service, or site in any way not expressly authorized by high-res in writing in each instance. Host. Okay, wait, where did that go? Let me wait for that to just go away. Host provide or develop matchmaking service for the software, product, service, or site, or intercept, emulate, or redirect the communication protocols used by high-res in any way for any purpose, including, without limitation, unauthorized play over the internet, network play, or as part of the content aggression networks. Facilitate, create, or maintain any unauthorized connection to the software, product, service, or site, including without limitation. Any connection to any unauthorized server that emulates or attempts to emulate the software, product, service, or site. Or 2. Any connection using programs or tools not expressly approved by high-res and writing each instance. J. Oh, okay. What did I do? Okay. J. Okay, we're almost done with page 3. Create any other software or contact that incorporates that software, product, service, or site, or any portion thereof. Sell, grant a security interest in, or transfer reproduction of the software, product, service, or site to other parties in any way not expressly authorize, herein or rent, lease or license the software product or service or your account to others, violate any applicable law, rule or regulation in connection with your use of or access to the software product, service or site, or disrupt or assist in disruption of any computer or network used to host, maintain, support, or provide the software product, service, or site, or the game experience of any other player of the software product or user of the service. 5. Accounts. In order to be registered user of the service and the software product, you must have or established an account with high-res account and complete high-res online registration process. High-res does not provide internet access, and you are responsible for all fees associated with your internet connection. By accepting this agreement and completing the account registration process, you represent that you are an High-Res Studios online terms of service and use, April 26, 2018. Adult 18 years old or okay, is this whole okay. Adult 18 years old of age or older. If you are under the age of 18, you must have the consent of a parent or guardian who is willing to provide their identity and details upon request. Only one person may use an account. The registered user of the account may use the account or may choose instead to permit a child of the registered user who is at least, people break lots of rules. People break, I just seen how many rules people break, but let me carry on. Only one person may use an account. The registered user of an account may use the account to permit a child of the registered user who is at least 13 years of age to use the account. You are liable for all activities conducted through your account, and parents or guardians are liable for all activities of their minor child conducted through the account. To create an account, you must select a login name and password. Your login name is your high-res online identity. You may not use a login name that is used by someone else, and your login name cannot be vulgar or otherwise offensive or be used. Okay, let me scroll down so I don't get. Or otherwise offensive or be used in any way that violates this agreement, applicable law, or another person's property rights. You must provide truthful and accurate information in creating your account. You're solely responsible for maintaining the confidentiality and security of your login name, password, and account. You should not reveal your account information to anyone else or use anyone else's account. You agree to immediately notify high-res of any unauthorized use of your account or any other breach of security of which you are aware. High-res shall not be responsible for any damages, losses, or expenses arising out of the unauthorized use of your account, and you agree to indemnify and hold high-res harmless for any improper or illegal use of your account. This includes, without limitation, any illegal or improper use by someone to whom you have and given permission to use your account. Your account is at risk if you let someone use it inappropriately. Your account is terminated inappropriately, and your account is subject to termination if you or anyone using your account violates the agreement. If your account is terminated, you may not join the service again without our express prior written permission. By agreeing to this agreement, you agree that your license through this and other agreements and do not own either the account you use to access the service, the characters, avatars, or digital items created through the account or any additional materials, features, or content access or purchased through the account or site. Those persons who have complete the required steps to establish and maintain the account in good standing are sometimes referred to in this agreement as members. 6. Your information. The personal information you submit to high-res or high-res collection connection with your use of the site or the service is subject to high-res privacy at http://www.highresstudios.com/legal, which is expressly made part of this agreement. If you have not already read high-res privacy policy, you should do so now. If you establish an account or access the service, A, you agree to provide accurate, current, and complete information required to register with your service, establish an account, and at other points as may be required in the course of using the service or products collectively, registration data, and B, you agree that high-res may whether itself or through third-party providers store and use the registration data you have provided, such as credit card information provide the store and use the registration date you provide, such as credit card information in connection with service, including without limitations for use in maintaining your account, or as more fully proved in the privacy policy. Okay, we're to 7 now. 7. Online content. You understand that by accessing the site or using the service or products, you may encounter content that may be deemed mature, offensive, indecent, or objectionable, which content may or may not be identified as having explicit language or adult themes, and which may be due to the content or your interactions with other users in the course of accessing the site or using the service or products. You agree that your access and use of the site, and if applicable to you, your access and use of the service and product is at your sole risk. Okay, and that high-res shall have no liability to you for content that you may be found to be mature, offensive, indecent, or objectionable. Most product descriptions contain the applicable entertainment software ratings, board rating, if any, and it is your responsibility to be sure that you understand the rating of any product prior to purchase. The service is available for individuals aged 13 years or older. If you're 13 or older but under the age of 18, you should review the agreement carefully with your parent or legal guardian to make sure that you and your parent or legal guardian understand and agree to be bound by this agreement. Sorry guys. Bound by this agreement before purchasing any product through the service or site. High-res does not endorse, approve, or pre-scene any content that you or other users post or communicate on the service or site to maximum extent permitted by applicable law. High-res does not assume any responsibility or liability for content that is generated by members or other guests on or through the service or site. We reserve the right to remove any content that is objectionable to us for any reason. High-res Studios Online Terms of Service and Use, April 26, 2018. Okay, let's check how long page. Oh, only page 5. Okay, this one looks like a short page. Okay. This de- determination is in our sole discretion and is final. High res does not assume any liability for any liability for any failure to remove or any delay in removing any content. If we have removed content that you created, we may send you a warning if it is a serious offense or you have violated this agreement before. We may ban you from participating in the service or and terminate your account. You also acknowledge that the time that you spend on the service or site is solely for entertainment purposes and that no value can be attributed to such time in particular, but without limitation. You understand that no value can be attributed to the time that you may spend accumulating digital items or objects or developing content. 8. Oh, now this is a long bit. 9 is pretty average and 10 is short. Okay. 8. Digital rights management and usage rules. You agree to comply with all local, state, federal, and national laws, statuses, or ordinances and regulations that apply to your use of service, site, or any product. You understand that the service and products purchased through the service may include a security framework using third party digital rights management technology. I think I skipped, but I'm not sure. DRM that protects digital information and limits your use of the service or products to certain usage rules established by high res and slash all its third party licensors or providers. Usage rules to the DRM may be inseparable part inseparable 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 is that part of a product or as separate software component installed directly to a different section of your hard drive when installing such product. By purchasing any product through the service or site, you are consenting to any such installation and continued presence of the DRM on your computer and agreeing to its operation related to the usage rules. Such operation may involve the communications between your computer and the systems involved in regulating the usage rules. These usage rules may limit, among other things, the number of machines on which each product may be activated or your ability to make copies of each product. The DRM technology is licensed or provided to high-res by third parties, and high-res shall have no responsibility or liability to you for any issue you have experienced due to such DRM technology. The usage rules are subject to change at any time, and high-res makes no promises regarding your ongoing ability to activate products. You agree to comply with such usage rules and to not attempt to or assist another person to circumvent, reserve, and reverse engineer, decompile, disassemble, or otherwise tamper with any of the security components related to such usage, not be prohibited by applicable law. You agree to notify high-res prior to engaging in any such activity, and high-res will have the right to terminate this agreement effective immediately upon notice. Usage rules may be controlled and monitored by high-res and slash or its third-party licensors or providers for compliance. Propose and high-res reserves the right for and on behalf of itself and such third party to enforce the usage rules with or without notice to you. 9. Really short average one. This is why I hoped all of them could have been like, but here we are. 9. Product requirements. Use of the site, service and product requires a compatible computer, internet access, fees may apply, and certain software fees may apply. And use of the service and products may require obtaining patches, updates and upgrades for the time. Okay, for the where did I get to? For the from time to time, because use of the site, service and products involves hardware, software and internet access. High speed internet access is strongly recommended. Your ability to use the site, service or products may be affected by these factors. You are responsible for being aware of any particular system requirements for any product and for your ability to meet such requirements, which may change from time to time. Applicable system requirements at the time of purchase can be found at http://www.highresstudios.com/legal. Certain products may also require you to may also require you to register for an account with a third party, which may require an initial or ongoing fee, or to install third-party software and content in connection with their use. High-res does not assume any responsibility or liability for any such fee, account or third-party software or content. 10. Payment and delivery. If you purchase products from high-res, the following terms conditions shall apply. Pricing and sales tax VAT. Your total price will include the price of the product plus any applicable sales value added taxes or use taxes in effect at the time of purchase and based on the bill to address. Service value added taxes or use taxes in effect at the time of purchase and based on the bill to address. High-res reserve the right to change prices and availability of products at any time and does not provide price protection or refunds in the event of a price drop or promotional offering. High-res is not responsible. You know the gist, but let me do it one more time. High-res Studios online terms of service and use April 26, 2018. For typographic errors in connection with the service, if a price is now I can't work out that word, so I just have to wait for it. Materially incorrect. When you place an order for a product, you will be entitled to a refund on the difference. You will not be entitled to any refund for price drops or promotional offerings occurring after the time of your purchase. Failure on the high-res part of the failure on high-res's part to invoice you for any applicable sales value added taxes, use taxes, or any taxes does not relieve you of the liability to pay such taxes, and you must pay the applicable taxing authority any such taxes which may be due as a result of your purchase through the site or service orders. Your receipt of an electronic or any or other form of order confirmation does not signify our acceptance of your order, nor does it consist consist con, constitute. That's probably wrong, but I'm tired. Confirmation of our offer to sell high res reserves the right at any time after receipt of your order to accept or decline your order for any reason. We may require additional verification of information before accepting any order. Oh my goodness. Okay, this isn't that bad. Okay, this isn't that. Payment of... Okay, let me do this bit really quickly so I can just get to 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Then I can... Payment for product. The service accepts as forms of payment major credit cards and debit cards that display the MasterCard, Visa, American Express, or Discover logos, PayPal, and such other payment providers, if any, as may be indicated on the purchase page. If a credit card is being used for a purchase high-risk through its third-party provider obtains a PM approval from the credit card company for the amount of the order. Oh my god. You agree to pay. I need some water. Wait guys, I need to get some water. I'll be back. Let me get something to say where I've been. Third-party provider. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I just marked that area. Okay, guys, I'll be back. I'm just going to get some water, but I'll be back. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm back. Obtains a PM approval from the credit card company for the amount of order you agree to pay for all products you purchase through the site or service, and that purchase then for any additional amounts, including any taxes and late fees as applicable, as may be occurred by or in connection with an account. You are responsible for the timely payment of all fees and for providing high-res with valid payment method information. For payment of all fees will be billed to the payment method you designated during the checkout process. High-res may pre-populate your payment method and related fields, and you will be responsible for verifying any information in such fields or for changing the payment method designated. Billing to your selected payment method occurs at the time of purchase. If you use the service of any of an alternate payment method provider such as PayPal, you will be bound by that party's terms and conditions, which are available on that party's website. You also may be required to create an account with such payment method provider and to provide that payment. Okay, guys, wait. I need to that payment method provider with your, yeah guys, wait, this will take me literally 1 second and I'll be back. Okay, and I'm back. It didn't take me that long. A method provided with your credit with your credit card or other with your credit card or other details. If you want to designate a different payment method or credit card, or if there is a change in status of your payment method, you must change your information online on the My Account page of the service. Hi-Res reserves the right to change the payment methods offered at any time. Okay. Electronic signatures and contracts. Your use of service. Oh my gosh, go away! Go away! I just wanna. Okay. Just checking the stream out. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, okay. Please go now. Electronic signatures and contracts. Your use of the service includes the ability to enter into agreements and / or to make purchases electronical. You acknowledge that your electronic submissions consist to your agreement consist. Wait. Sorry, guys. Quick Google search. I know this. Oh my.
Constitute
your agreement and intent to be bound by such agreements and to pay for such purchases. Your agreement and intent to be bound by electronic submissions applies to all records relating to all transmissions you enter into the site or through the service, including without limitation, notice of cancellation policies, contracts, and applications. Delivery of products on occasion. Technical problems may delay, interrupt, or prevent the download or activation of your product. Your exclusive and sole remedy with respect to any product that is not downloadable or able to be activated within a reasonable period would be either replacement of such product, store credit, or refund of the purchase price paid for such product as determined by Hi-Res. Hi-Res shall have no liability for issues encountered with downloading or activating or using products due to factors beyond its control, including your computer's performance and the speed of your internet connection. In some cases, certain products may be pre-ordered, meaning you'll have the opportunity to purchase such product prior to its release, such that you will have the right to such product upon its release. You understand that in some instances, product release dates may be delayed and that release dates and times posted on the service or site are only estimates, and you will not be entitled to any refund for a delayed release date. For such pre-orders, a portion or all the product software may be downloaded onto your computer prior to the release date. Through the product cannot be activated or played until the release date. Hi-Res may provide you with the option to have such product software automatically loaded to your computer, and by choosing such option, your consent to Hi-Res is monitoring. Okay, Hi-Res Studios online terms of service and use, April 26, 2018. Your okay, is this going to be short? Please be short, please be short. Okay, this one's a long one. Wait, is this 7? Yep, it's 7. Your computer's latency for the purpose of affecting such download our obligation to deliver any product to you shall be complete at the time when and place where you first receive the information necessary to commence download of such product. In all circumstances, it is your responsibility to ensure that the product is correctly and completely installed on your computer. Once a product is purchased and you receive the product, it is your responsibility to keep the product from being misplaced, damaged, or destroyed, and Hi-Res shall be without liability to you in event of any loss, damage, or destruction. Hi-Res encourages all its users to appropriately back up the product files and any other elements associated with the product, such as key information. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. No ongoing obligation, notwithstanding any other provision of this agreement. Hi-Res and its licenses reserve the right without liability to you to change, suspend, remove, or disable access to any product's content or other materials comprising a part of it or solid through the service or site at any time without notice. You acknowledge that some aspects of the service, site, and products and administering of the usage rules entails the ongoing involvement of Hi-Res. Accordingly, in the event that Hi-Res changes any part of the service or discontinues the service which Hi-Res may do at its election, you acknowledge that you may no longer be able to use products to the same extent as prior to such change, or this agreement entitles you to any future updates, versions, or enhancements to any product. Although Hi-Res may offer such update, version, or enhancement in its sole discretion, the service does not represent or guarantee you access to the service. 11. Customer. Okay, we're almost done, guys. At least 7. 7 was kind of quick because I was reading it a bit fast. 11. Customers assistance with orders and refunds. If you purchase products that following terms and conditions shall apply. Assistance with customer orders. For assistance with inquiries as to order for other billing questions, please refer to our support page located at https://account the highresstudios.com/support/default the aspects. Refund policy. Please note that certain terms, condition, and restrictions apply to the sale of a product online through the service that may not otherwise apply to the sale of physical goods. No refunds will be issued if your computer does not meet the minimum product requirement or due to your dissatisfaction with the product. If you feel you're qualified for a refund, please refer to our support page located at https://account.highresstudios.com/support the full aspects. Refunds or credits may be issued solely in Hi-Res discretion. Refunds may be offered with respect to sales of the product by Hi-Res online or through the service only if each of the following conditions is met. 1. The product has not been activated. 2. The product activation key has not been disclosed to you by email, webpage, or otherwise. 3. Your request for a refund or credit is made within 48 hours from the time you purchased the product, and Hi-Res finds your request to be reasonable due to special circumstances. No refunds or credits will be offered where the product key has been sent by email, webpage, or otherwise if the game has been activated. All such sales are final. EU customers, if you reside in the European Union and you purchase the product, the Consumer Protection Distance Selling Regulations 2000 as amended may apply to you and may provide you with the right to withdraw from purchase of the product within 14 days calendar days commencing on the day after you purchase the product. The withdrawal period, you will lose any such right of withdrawal if you begin downloading the product of high res begins the performance of service. Okay, high res studios online terms of service and use April 26, 2018. I'm starting to think like none of this is going to show anything to do, well, most games don't, but like the same thing with the Adventure Space, it had nothing to do with the Adventures game with the terms of service. But yeah, included the activation of the product or provision of any activation key to you prior to the end of the withdrawal period. Our service will commence immediately after you have received a purchase confirmation email to withdraw from your purchase of the product during the withdrawal period. Please refer to our support page located at https://www.highresstudios.com/legal. Upon withdrawal, during withdrawal period, in accordance with this policy, we will provide you with a refund for your purchase. 12. Online rules of conduct. Online conduct should be guided by common sense and basic etiquette. The laws that apply in the offline world must be obeyed online as well. We have zero tolerance for illegal behavior on or through the site or service. You must also obey rules for use of third-party tools, products, and services, and rules of interactive service providers and state, local, federal laws or foreign or international laws where appropriate. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. We will terminate your account and use of the service and cooperate with law enforcement in the event of illegal behavior. Okay, you agree that you will you agree that you will be personally responsible for your use of your account and the service and for all of your communications and activities on the site, including without limitation any contact that you contribute, and that you will indemnify and hold harmless high-res its affiliates, vendors and licensors, and without limitation reasonable attorney fees the font changed, fees arising from your conduct on the site or through the service, including without limitation any content that you contribute. The following list of prohibited conduct is for illustrative purposes only and is non-exhaustive list of potential violations of this agreement. You will be deemed to have followed this agreement if you or others using your account do any of the following: post, transmit, promote, or distribute content that is illegal, harass, okay, I don't know where I just went. Okay, post, transmit, promote, or distribute content that is illegal, harass, threaten, embarrass, or do anything else to another member or guest that is unwanted. This means do not say bad things about them. Do not keep sending them unwanted messages. Do not attack their race, sexual orientation, religion, heritage, etc. If you disagree with someone, respond to the subject, not the person. Transmit or facilitate distribution of the content that is harmful, abusive, racially or ethnically offensive, vulgar, sexually explicit, defamatory, infringing, invasive, or personal privacy or publicity rights, or in reasonable person's view, objectionable hate speech is not tolerated. Disrupt the flow of the chat in the chat rooms with vulgar language, abusiveness, hitting the return key repeatedly, or inputting large images so the screen goes too fast to read. Use of the excessive shouting in an attempt to disturb others. User spamming or flooding, such as posting repetitive text. Impersonate another person, including without limitation, celebrities that indicate that you are a high-res employee or a representative of high-res, or attempt or to mislead users by indicating that you represent high-res or any of high-res's affiliates, vendors, or licenses. Attempt to get a password, other account information, or other private information from a member or any other user of the site. Don't give your password, reminder words, or billing information out to other persons. Upload any software or content that you do not own or have permission to freely distribute. Promote or encourage any illegal activity, including hacking, cracking, or distribution of counterfeit software. Upload files that contain a virus or corrupted data. High-res studios online terms of service and use, April 26, 2018. Post messages for any purpose other than personal communication, including without limitation, advertising, promotional materials, chain letters, pyramid schemes, or make any commercial use of our site or service or products. Improperly use game support or complaint buttons, or make false reports to high-res staff members. Use or distribute auto software, macro software programs, or other cheat utility software program or applications. Post or communicate any player real-world personal information through the site or within the service, or on any site or service, bulletin board, forum, or chat room. Attempt to interfere with, hack into, or decipher any transmission to or from the server running the service. Exploit any bug in the site or service or in any product to gain unfair advantage in gameplay, or communicate the existence of any such bug either directly or through public posting to any other user of the site, service, or product. Attempt to play the software product on or through any service that is not controlled or authorized by high-res, or participate in any online service that provides online features or gameplay for the software product that is not authorized by high-res. The foregoing list of forbidden conduct and restrictions on use are referred to herein collectively as rules of conduct. If you encounter another user of the service who is violating any of the rules or conduct described above, please report them by sending a ticket via our support portal at http://www.highresstudios.com/submit /support /ticket / 13. Public nature of communications. You acknowledge and agree that your communication with other users via chats, conferences, bulletin boards, and any other avenues of communication on the site or through the service of public and not private communications, and that you have no expectation of privacy concerning concerning your use of this service or the site. You acknowledge that the personal information that you communicate on the site or through the service may be seen and used by others and result in unsolicited communications. Therefore, we strongly encourage you not to disclose any personal information about yourself in your public communication on the site or through the service. Hi-Res is not responsible for information that you choose to communicate to other users of the site or service, or for the actions of other users. Once you post or send any content to Hi-Res, you expressly grant Hi-Res a perpetual, irrevocable, assignable, transferable right and license to quote, repost, use, reproduce, modify, create, derivative works of distribute, transmit, broadcast, and otherwise communicate and publicly display and perform the content in any form, anywhere for legitimate business purposes in Hi-Res discretion, with or without attribution to you or your screen name, and without any notice or compensation to you of any kind, and you hereby grant or consent, rights, and clearance to enable Hi-Res to use content for such purposes you waive and agree not to assert any moral or similar rights you may have in such content. 14. Commercial activity and unsolicited email. You may not advertise any goods or services on or through the site or service. Chain letters and pyramid schemes are not allowed. You will not use any area of the service or site to collect information, including, without limitation, login names or other personal information about Hi-Res members, and use of such information to send unsolicited email or for any other purpose is strictly prohibited. You may not exploit the site, products, or service for any commercial purposes in violation of these provisions can subject your account to immediate termination or result in revocation of guest status if you are a guest, and further legal action. We finally got to page 10. Hi-Res Studios online terms of service and use, April 26, 2018. 15. Use machines, computer scripts, the use by you or any authorized by you or of machines, computer scripts of any automated system on the site or through the service is strictly prohibited and may result in criminal liability under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, Section 1030 of the United States Code and or other applicable laws in other jurisdictions. You may not only pay the software product with one type, version, or copy of browsing software application at any one time. Hi-Res may terminate and permanently disqualify any member who, in its sole discretion, determines is in violation of or has violated this agreement. All decisions by Hi-Res are final. 16. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one's actually a long page. Then we get, okay. 16. Proprietary rights, copyrights, and trademarks. Much of the content available on the site or services owned by Hi-Res or our third-party licensors and prohibited by copyrights, trademarks, and other intellectual property rights. You shall not copy or download any content from the site or service unless we have expressly authorized you to do so. B. You must have the legal right to upload any content to site or service before you do so. You shall not copy, transmit, modify, distribute, show in public or in private, modify or create any derivative works from the content you find on the site or service unless high-res expressly authorize you to do so in advance and in writing. Making unauthorized copies of any content found on the site or service can lead to the termination of your account or revocation of guest status if you are a guest, and may subject you to further legal action. Similarly, other content owners may take criminal or civil action against you. You agree to indemnify and hold harmless high-res and its affiliate vendors and licensors and their employees, officers, directors, and agents from any and all damages, liabilities, and expresses, including without limitation reasonable attorneys fees based upon or arising out of any such action. C. High-res respects the intellectual property rights of others. You may not upload or post on the site or service any content protected by copyright, trademark, or other intellectual property rights. The intellectual property rights unless you, or the owner of the you are the owner of the intellectual property, or you have the prior written consent of the owners of the intellectual property rights to make such use of the applicable content. You hereby represent and warrant to high-res that your own all necessary and required right, title, and interest in and to any and all content that you post or upload to the site or service sufficient to allow for such posting or uploading as applicable and sufficient to grant the rights and licenses granted by you to high-res person to this agreement. High-res may, without prior notice to you, remove from the site or service any content that high-res in its sole discretion believes may infringe upon or otherwise violate the intellectual property rights of a third party. If you infringe or violate a third party intellectual property rights, high-res might immediately terminate your account without prior notice to you. If your account is terminated, no refund will be granted and you will lose access to everything associated with your account, including without limitation, points, characters, and virtual items and property. D. If you are a copyright owner and you believe that any content posted on the site or service infringes your rights, you may submit a written notification to us. I will not because everything seems legit. 17. As sport control laws, you agree to abide by US and other applicable sport control laws and not to transfer by electronic transmission or otherwise any content or products, including without limitation to software products subject to restriction under such laws, to a national destination prohibited by such laws without first obtaining and then complying with any requesting government authorization. You further agree not to upload to the site or service any data, software, or content that cannot be exported without prior writing government authorization, including without limitation. Certain types of encryption software, the assurances and commitments in this section shall survive termination of this agreement. 18. User computer information. When you connect to the service, we may retrieve information from the computer used to log onto the service about the computer hardware system and any data related to the computer operation of the products. We will only connect personal information about you in accordance with the terms of our privacy policy. And it's 8:11 and we got into page 11. Okay, 2 more pages. High-res Studios online terms of service and use, April 26, 2018. 19. Links to the third-party websites the service or site may include hypertext links to websites operated by parties other than Hyrex, including without limitation advertisers and other content and service providers. Those websites may collect data or solicit personal information from you. Hyrex does not control such websites and is not responsible for the content privacy policies or for the collection, use, or disclosure of any information those websites may collect. 20. Patches from time to time. Hyrex may provide you with updates or modifications to the software product patches. You understand that in order to continue the software product and the service, you must accept and install all patches that you receive from Hyrex. 21. Beta test. Wait, how many? Okay, 20. Okay, 25 is the last one, and I'm in 21. 21 beta test. You may be given the opportunity to beta test new games and website features. Your participation as a beta tester shall be subject to terms and conditions of the applicable beta test agreement that you enter into Hyrex prior to accessing such new games and or features as applicable. So this is really important, the beta test. We should, because Rogue Company is, we're beta testing it. Well, if you already played the game right now, you're beta testing it. So yeah. Okay. 22. Newsletters, contests and sweepstakes. By subscribing to our newsletter or letters, subscribers understand that they may be automatically entered into future contests and sweepstakes for subscribers as long as they meet the applicable legibility requirements and also agree to all rules and conditions of those contents and sweepstakes. 23. Termination. If you are just a browser of the site, this agreement applies to your use of the site. If you purchase a product or access the service, this agreement is effective until terminated. If you have purchased the product and set up an account, you may terminate this agreement at any time by A. Terminating your account. B. Removing each product from the hard drive of each computer on which you have installed the product. And C. Notifying Hyrex of your intention to terminate this agreement in the event you terminate this. In the event you terminate this agreement or Hyrex terminates this agreement for your breach, you forfeit all rights to any and all payments you have made in respect of your account and for access to all use of the service you expressly waive and relinquish any rights to refund of amounts paid or prepaid by you. Reasons for no reason, with or without notice. 24. Warranty disclaimer. The site, service and products are provided as is, without warranty of any kind, either express or implied, including without limitation. Any implied warranty of condition, uninterrupted use, merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose or non-infringement. Hyrex does not warrant that the site, service or products will be uninterrupted or ever free, that defects will be corrected, or that the site, service or products are free of viruses or other harmful code or components. The entire risk arising out of use or performance of the site, service, and product remains with you. Okay, guys, we're getting close. 25. Limitation of liability indemnity. In no event shall high-res or its parent subsidiaries, affiliates, partners, licensors, or vendors be liable in any way to you or any other person for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of your use of the site, service, or any product, including without limitation, loss of data, loss of goodwill, work stoppage, computer failure or malfunction, or any and all other damages or losses. Further, in no event shall high-res or its parent subsidiaries, affiliate, partner, licensors, or vendors be liable in any way for any loss or damage to player characters, virtual goods, e.g. suits, weapons, flair, dies, etc., or currency accounts, statistics, or user standing ranks, or oh no, I hate when this happens. Okay, we go or user standing ranks or profile information stored by the site or service. High-res shall not be responsible for any interruptions of service, including without limitation, ISP disruption, software or all hardware failures of any other event which may result in any loss of data or disruption of service. In no event will high-res be liable to you for any indirect, incidental, special, exemplary, consequential, or high-res Studios Online Terms of Service and Use, April 26, 2018. Punitive damages. In no event shall high-res liability or the liability of its parent subsidiaries, affiliates, partners, licensors, or vendors, whether arising in the contract or strict liability or otherwise exceeded in the agreement, exceeded in the maybe agreement, I don't know. No, let's Google it. Yeah, I don't think that's what they meant.
Aggregate.
Okay, aggregate the total fees paid by you to high-res during the 6-month period immediately prior to the time such claim arose. You hereby agree to defend, indemnify, and hold high-res and its parent subsidiaries, affiliate, licenses, and vendors harmless from and against any claim, liability, loss, injury, damage, cost or expenses, including reasonable attorney fees incurred by high-res arising out of or related to your use of the site, service, or any product. Some jurisdictions do not allow the exclusion or limitation of incidental or consequential damages, so the above limitations may not apply to you. Okay, 20. Okay, this one's this bit, the B bit over here is kind of looking long. Equitable remedies. You hereby agree that high-rise with irreparable damage if the terms of this bond or other security or proof damages to appropriate equitable remedies in any court of competent jurisdiction with respect to any breach of this agreement, which equitable remedies shall be in addition to such other remedies as high-res may otherwise have available under applicable law. 27. Governing law dispute resolution. A. To expedite resolution and control the cost of any dispute, controversy or claim related to this agreement dispute. You and Hi-Res agreed to first attempt to negotiate any dispute, accept those disputes expressly provided below. Information for at least 30 days before in initiating any arbitration or court proceedings. Such informal nego- negotiation, such informal negotiation, negotiations commence upon written notice from one part to the other. Hi-Res will send its notice to your billing address and email you a copy to the email address you have provided to Hi-Res. You will send your notice to Hi-Res Studios Inc. 3905 Brookside, Pickaway, Furita I think that's Georgia. No, it's not. Attorney, I guess, account management department, or to such other addresses or personal as Hi-Res may hereafter direct. B. If you and Hi-Res are unable to resolve a dispute through informal negotiation, either you or Hi-Res may elect to have the dispute, accept those disputes expressly excluded below, finally exclusively resolved by binding arbitration. Any election to obliterate by one party shall be final and binding on the other. You understand that absent that this provision, you would have the right to sue in court and have a jury trial. The arbitration shall be commenced and conducted under the commercial arbitration rules of the American Arbitration Association (AAA), and where appropriate, the AAA's supplementary procedures for consumer-related disputes. AAA consumer rules, oh, both of which are applicable, are available at the AAA website www.adr.org. The determination of whether a dispute is a subject to arbitration shall be governed by the Federal Arbitration Act, determined by a court rather than an arbitrator. Your arbitration fees and your share of the arbitrated compensation shall be governed by the AAA rules and, where appropriate, limited by the AAA consumer rules. The arbitration may be conducted in writing, conducted in person through the submission of documents by phone or online. The arbitration will make a decision in writing but not provided a statement of reasons unless requested by a party. The arbitrator must follow applicable law, and any award may be challenged if the arbitrator fails to do so, except as otherwise provided in this agreement. You and Hi-Res may litigate in court to compel arbitration, stay proceedings pending arbitration, or to confirm, modify, vacate, or enter judgment on the award entered by the arbitrator. C. You and Hi-Res agree that any arbitration shall be limited to dispute between Hi-Res and you individually to the fullest extent permitted by law. I. No arbitration shall be joined with any other two. There will, or II, there is no right or authority for any dispute to be arbitrated on a class action basis or to utilize class action procedures. And 3. There is no right or authority for any dispute to be For any dispute to be brought into purported representative capacity on behalf of the general public or any other persons. D. You and High-Res agree that the following disputes are not subject to above provisions concerning informal negotiation and binding arbitration. Any dispute seeking to enforce or protect or concerning the validity of any validity. Oh man, I have to Google it.
Validity.
Validity of any of your or High-Res's intellectual property rights to any dispute related to or arising. High-Res Studios online terms of service and use, April 26, 2018. From allegations of theft, privacy, invasion of privacy, or unauthorized use, and 3. Any claim of injunctive relief. E. Any aberration shall be initiated in the county of Fulton, state of Georgia. Okay, I was right, Georgia, United States of America. Any dispute not subject to aberration or where no election to be aberrate has been made shall be decided by a court or competent jurisdiction within the court of Fulton, state of Georgia, United States of America, and you and High-Res agreed to submit to the personal jurisdiction of that court. F. Except as otherwise set forth herein, this agreement shall be governed by and will be construed under the laws of the United States of America and the laws of the state of Georgia, without regarding choice of law principle, the application of the United Nations Convention of on contracts for the service for the international sale of goods is expressly excluded for our customers who access the service from and are residents of Canada, Australia, Singapore, or New Zealand. Other laws may apply if you choose not to agree to arbitrate as set forth above, provided, however, that such laws shall affect this agreement only to agree to obliterate as set forth above, provided, however, that such laws shall affect this agreement only to the extent required by such jurisdictions. In such a case, this agreement shall be interpreted to give maximum of effect to the terms and conditions hereof. If you access the service from New Zealand and are a resident of New Zealand, the New Zealand Consumer Guarantees Act of 1993 Act may apply to the service as supplied by High-Res to you. If the Act applies, then notwithstanding any other provision in this in this agreement, you may have rights or remedies as set out in the Act, which may apply in addition to or to the extent that they are inconsistent instead of the rights or remedies set out in the agreement. Those who chose to access the service from locations outside of the United States of Canada, Australia, Singapore, or New Zealand do so on their own initiative and are responsible for compliance with local laws if and laws if and to the extent local laws are applicable. G. You and Hi-Res agree to bruh. Where did I go? You and Hi Okay, yeah. You and Hi-Res agree to that if any portion of the section 27 is found illegal or enforceable except any portion of 27D, that portion shall be served and the remainder of the section shall be given full force effect. If section 27D is found to be illegal or enforceable, then neither you nor Hi-Res will elect to arbitrate any dispute falling within that portion of section 27D found to be illegal or unenforceable, and such dispute shall be decided by a court of competent jurisdiction within the county of Fulton, state of Georgia, United States of America, and you and Hi-Res agree to submit to the personal jurisdiction of that court. 28. Miscellaneous. Okay, Google it.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. Okay, miscellaneous. Disagreement constitutes. I know this word, but my pronunciation is really rubbish, so I don't know. My pronunciation
Constitute.
gotten bad. Constitutes and contains the entire agreement between the parties with respect of the subject matter hereof, and supersedes any prior oral or written agreement. The provisions of section 4, 7, 10, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28 shall survive the termination of this agreement for any reason. If any provision of this agreement is found to be unenforceable, that provisions shall be served and the remainder of the agreement shall be given full force effect. Okay, guys, we are done. My goodness, that was this was way worse than the Avengers one. I prefer the Avengers one. All right, so yeah. Oh, hi Adam. Oh, Adam, I missed your comment. So sorry. Hi Adam. Yeah. So this did take a while. Look, just man, I missed Adam's comment. So I'm so sorry, Adam. I have to text him later. But yeah, thank you for joining me in this, and whoever listened back to it to get the terms and conditions, you're a mad lad. Sitting through all of this, and if you got to the end, just thank you so much. And if you like this type of content, I'm highly doubt that many people, actually maybe people will skip to the end to check this out. But yeah, this is literally the end of the video. Thank you all for joining, even though we got about 2 to 3 viewers, which that is alright. Like, it's all good. There ain't no problem with that. Okay, but thank you. I'll get more people later on, and I hope this video does well. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. I don't think I'll upload for a week now, but goodbye.